soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she's envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. It is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I wore a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, toward Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties. Or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood, my unmanned blood, bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love, grown bold, think true love, acted simple modesty. Come, night, come, Romeo, come, thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Ta-da! Ta-da! So those are the first two pieces. The reason that we chose those, Sarah and I chose those together, is because there's lots of this imagery in both of these things. And these people are looking at each other and or thinking about each other, right? They're both talking about desire, distance between each other, and longing and time. And those are things that I think a lot of us are dealing with right now. Let's say, like, to put a queer lens on it, because let's be real, that's why we're all here, right? There's so many times in my life as a queer person that, before I came out, that I would feel this, like, really deep desire and longing for someone, and longing and wanting to express something for someone. And sometimes that was even before I knew how to express it for myself, to myself, right? And so these two pieces are both about, like, longing for someone. One is longing to even just, like, meet this person, like, seeing them from far away, but already realizing, like, I love that line where Romeo says, like, oh, it is my love. Like, he's like, first he says in the first part of the stanza, it's my lady, and then he realizes in the middle of the stanza, oh, it is my love, and I'm saying he because Romeo was traditionally a dude. Side note, let's talk about just for a second how in Shakespeare's time the dudes played everything. So it's so fun to me that theaters across the country are doing things with Shakespeare, like casting all female casts. I know the Royal Shakespeare Company did an all female cast of something a while back. Like, those things are so exciting, especially I think as queer people, especially for queer kids, because Shakespeare is a really, theaters have this great sort of in for queer kids. Like, all the schools want to go see Shakespeare, right? And so for a queer kid to sit down in an audience with everybody else and kind of be thinking like, oh, I'm going to see another sort of story that doesn't look like me, and then to have that curtain go up and see both Romeo and Juliet being played by women or two men or whatever, that's really exciting.